Dear learners, welcome to NIOS video series. The subject is Home Science, lesson number 13, part 2. We have already done part 1. The title is Income Management. Let's begin part 2. What is income management? Income management is the planned and controlled use of family income. Process of income management. It's very important that we follow this process. You've already learnt about this, about how we have to make spending plan for your income. Make sure you keep doing that. Extremely important is controlling the use of family income. Make sure that the money is not wasted. Do not buy in excess when you know it will get wasted. So it's a waste of food also, and it's a waste of money also. So always get the amount of food or other items that is to be utilized. Avoid wasting it. Just spend money on the basis of need. Make use of time, skill and knowledge to cut your expenses. Do remember what it is known as real income. So if you use your income well planned and controlled in your needs, your desires will be fulfilled. Maintaining the record of income and expenditure. It is important to ensure that the plan is carried out perfectly. You can use a notebook and a register to write your day-to-day expenses, details of the quantity, the rate and the amount of money that has been spent. It's very important that you write it down. If you're not writing it down, you will not know where your money is getting spent. It's extremely important to always make note of that. What are the advantages of recording the expenditure and the money income? One is understanding that you know how much it has been spent and where it has been spent. Second is checking the unnecessary spending. Looking at the balance figure will remind you where you spend it unnecessarily and only help you in spending where your need is there. Third is comparing the expenditure of different months. You can compare for example, June and July, 2 months you have checked, you can check the expenditure of both the months that you've written down. It will help you in understanding where exactly and why you have spent more, and it will help you in saving your money better. Without comparison, you cannot know that, and you may go in loss. So it's important that you always write it down, and it helps you in comparing for different months. It's important to plan for future. Regular maintenance of account makes it easier to plan for future also and helps in saving and preparation for future. Be well informed of market trends. For example, you know that vegetables can be bought from different places wherein it's cheaper. It will help you to also know that from where you can buy cheaper amount of vegetables or fruits or etc. rather than going for expensive places. So money management also comes in that, from where you can buy cheaper goods and services. Ways of supplementing income. If you want some more extra money, you have to work even harder. For example, if you're doing a job in the morning and evening, for the evening you have some skill. For example, you can make amazing jam or papad or pickle, etc. You can make that and make money out of it by selling it and also support the family income. Take up a part-time job. If you want some more money, go and for a part-time job. Maybe you can go for 2-3 hours of extra work. For example, in the morning you are a teacher and in the afternoon you go back. In the evening you go for tuitions. You can teach in tuitions and get some extra money and save more money for your future. Invest in savings to earn the interest. If you save money in the bank, you can get interest as well. Make use of available resources. For example, if you have a very big house and you don't have more family members living in, people have gotten married, etc., you can give it on rent and you can get money out of it rather than, having an empty house and empty rooms in the house. So go for renting the house. Now we have learnt about controlling the money. Let's discuss about saving and investment. Money from the present income should be put aside. You should save some money and also invest in investments as to earn interest. What's the need for saving? Why do we need to do saving? There are three important things. First is to secure the future, knowing that you need it for your future. For emergency situations, for example, there's an accident or you need something, you need 5 lakh for a surgery. So that saving will help you at that time. And third is fulfillment of family goals like marriage of a child, sending child away for education, etc. So these three things are very important in terms of need for savings. Investment. Saving is important, at the same time investment. In a home and in a bank, I'll just compare two situations. If you're saving money at home, you're putting money at home, right? It's not growing. It's not growing at home. Whereas when you're putting the money in the bank is adding interest to it. So it's better. At the home, sometimes it can get stolen also. It's not secure at home. Whereas in the bank, it's quite secure and it will not get stolen. In the house, sometimes we will have temptation to use that money and expend it on some things. Whereas at the bank, we will not have that temptation because it's a bank. So it's always very wise to go for investments. Common investment avenues. There are different banks which you can go for, even government or private bank. Bank, your money is very safe at the bank. Your money grows. You can anytime withdraw the money that you need. Post office. It's very conveniently available at all places. It's similar to bank, wherein you can go and save in your money. Sometimes you have to give an extra amount at the bank, limited amount to save money. Whereas in the post office, you can deposit any amount of money, be it even 20 rupees. As the smallest amount you can start saving. Provident fund, as you see from the picture, we all must have provident fund. Even in the jobs, there is a facility wherein your PF is deducted, and at the age of your retirement, at the time of your retirement, you get that amount back as a retirement benefit. It's called the Provident Fund Scheme. Life Insurance Company, LIC. It's very important that we all need insurance money. Why? Because if any accident or anything that happens, the insurance money can cover us. LIC also helps us in, even getting our money back from the flight tickets that we have booked or different facilities. There's one is called general insurance and the second one is called life insurance. Remember that. UTI, Union Trust of India. It's a government initiative. In June every year, the projects are invited, wherein you can give a minimum value of 10 rupees to 100 units. Shares. When private companies want to develop, they invest in shares. We all want to earn a little extra money. So that is called investing in shares. In different companies you can invest. You can go either in profit or in loss. It's a risk. Sometimes it can even be a loss. So you have to be mindful of where you're investing in the shares. It's best that you should always go for a reputed company to invest in shares and a trustworthy company rather than going for a new or a unreputed company. Other facilities that are offered by banks, one is credit card. Credit card is easier to swipe. There are two ways in it. It's called CC, as you can see. The bank gives you some amount of money which you can spend, and after a certain amount of time we have to return that money. There is a limit to spending the money and there is a time by which we have to return that money. It's called credit card. There is a second way to it called debit card. We have learned about credit card, now we will learn about debit card. Debit card is something that we already have in our bank, the money that's there, and it gets deducted with our expenditure. So we will always know how much money we have spent and how much is left in our bank. ATM cards. ATM is a facility wherein you can get cash from anywhere and anytime using a credit card or a debit card. ATM is 24 hours service and is available at any place. So you can go in a bank building or a shopping complex and get your money. Loan. Financial institutions give loans. For example, we have to pay a school fees for our child or an education fees for our child. He wants to travel abroad and maybe wants to study law. So sometimes we can take education loan. The bank can give us education loan for our child. Be it a government or a private bank, you can decide with it, and that loan has to be given for the child, and later on we have to return that loan. Sometimes it even adds to interests and we have to decide and get that loan. Be it for education, for marriage, for houses, for cars, any kind of loans is provided. Earlier we had to go to the bank physically and sign everything and face to face meet people. Now the banking system has changed. Everything is e-banking. You can automatically do your transactions online. Be it about your, even if you want to order checkbooks, you can apply for it online. Thank you.